we wanted to get the community at large to begin talking about the problem of heterosexism, which is simply the assumption that's prevalent in much of society that being straight is preferable and superior to being gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. That belief system that permeates not only the media, but literature and music and much in our culture leads to an assumption that makes it okay to discriminate against our community and to preach from the pulpit words that are damaging and hurtful. Perhaps the most dramatic and dangerous and toxic outcome of heterosexism is the notion that people can and should change their sexual orientation and be straight. And I could tell you many stories from my clinical practice, but we have a number of wonderful speakers here who can tell you firsthand.
My name is Darlene Bogle, and I was the founder and director of a ministry called Paraclete Ministries, which was an Exodus referral ministry for almost 10 years in Hayward, California. During that time, I traveled around the country for Exodus. I spoke at their national conferences. I taught workshops, all trying to get people to change who they were. I found out it didn't work. It didn't work for the people that I was trying to minister to, and it didn't work for me, but I couldn't tell people that it didn't work for me, because if I had called and told them I was still struggling, they would have referred me to me, and I knew I was not credible. So several years ago, I began to partner with Soul Force and Beyond X Gay as I met people whose lives had been harmed. See, I lived in such a state of denial, I didn't realize that what my intent was to do good, but that I was doing harm. But when that reality hit me, and I realized that it's not just what we say, but how we live our lives that changes lives. So 2 years ago, I partnered with some of the same folks that are here today, along with Michael Bussey, who was one of the original founders of Exodus back in the Dark Ages, and a man named Jeremy Marks that was the president of Exodus Europe. And together, we issued an apology to the gay community. That apology not only changed the lives of people that heard it, but it changed my life. I want to share that apology with you today. As former leaders of ex-gay ministries, we apologize to those individuals and families who believed our message that there is something inherently wrong with being gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. Some who heard our message were compelled to try to change themselves and their families. Although we acted in good faith, we have since witnessed the isolation, shame, fear, and loss of faith that this message created. We apologize for our part in the message of the broken truth. We spoke on behalf of Exodus and other reparative therapies like NARTH. We call on former ex-gay leaders to join in the healing and reconciliation process by adding their names to our apology. And that apology has gone around the world. We encourage leaders of ex-gay programs to have the courage to evaluate the fruit of their programs, and we ask them to consider the long-term effects of their ministries. Thanks. They told me I've only got 3 minutes.